All right, here we are. I had to turn that AC off. Is that going to work? There we go. There it is. Okay. I had to turn that AC off because the last time I had that running, there was a lot of static coming through. And we don't need that, right? Not while we're trying to have a conversation. There's my good friend, Jack Dorsey. How you doing there, buddy? Good to see you. Hey, Jackie. Great to see you. Good to see you. Hope everybody's doing good this evening. I'm excited about the show. I was actually even a little bit nervous. Like, wow, it's great to be back. Man. Yeah, there you go. Hey, Jack, she says. Boy, it's great to be here. We got some good stuff to talk about with those episodes that I posted. Finally, holy smokes. I didn't think I was ever going to get to them. Derek, hey, buddy, good to see you. All right. Oh, man, everybody's showing up. Thank you, Jackie. I appreciate that. Everybody's popping in here. That's phenomenal. Oh, man. We got 8 people watching right now. Say hello, will you? I mean, you're here. You might as well say hello so we all know you're here, know who you are. That's what we do here. We get to know everybody. It's been, haven't been on in a while, so it's really good to be back. I had fallen behind. Hey, Cabal, there you are. Good to see you, buddy. You told me you'd be here, and there you are. It had been a while since I had been here, just because I'd gotten so bogged down with work and stuff. And but here we are. We're all together. Mr. Anderson. Hello, Mr. Anderson. Jeff, you said you weren't going to be here. Great to see you, man. I'm glad you made it. Almost home from my camping trip. Driving now. Well, drive careful. You're always driving when you're listening to the show. Man, yeah. Well, drive careful. I can't wait to hear about your camping trip, how that went, when you can get us caught up on that. Out near Washington, I think you said you were or something. So I'd like to hear how that went. Man, great stuff. So yeah, I finally got a chance to share some episodes, to get to some stories, and hopefully they will make it here tonight. Great story. Thanks, Derek. I'm glad you enjoyed them. Great stories, right? Yeah. There's like a heart sign in the way when I'm trying to look at what you guys when you first post a comment on that screen. But I'm still working on getting myself another screen. I've been trying to figure out if I could set it up right somewhere here that I can look at it. I don't know, maybe it'd still be all right, but I'm always turned to the side on you guys, then looking up to talk, and I look down. But it'd be kind of neat if I could get a screen. It'd almost be cool if I could put literally if I could read it on the teleprompter there. That would be really cool, because then I could just look at the camera and read the comments at the same time. But that might be difficult too. I don't know. I guess I'm not that modern yet. We'll get there. Boy. Oh, yep. So anyway, we got the, let me see which one did we do first? The one from, I think it was the one from Linda. No, what was it? Which one was that? That wasn't that one wasn't Linda. Which one was that? That I did first. I'll have to take a look here. Refresh my own memory. Oh, it's not going to show me on here like it normally does, is it? What did it do? What? I messed my own system up here. Huh. That's weird. I guess I goofed it up. So I know I got more than that. We have Bill sent story in. And Linda sent a story in. Martha sent a story in. I took notes here just so I wouldn't forget. And well, doggone it all. I'll find it here. Bear with me. They were all great stories. Douglas. Hello, Douglas. Minnesota trip from Tennessee led to my first Bigfoot sighting, plus a lot of other dimension stuff and gift too. Glad to share live. Oh, great. Great. Yeah, we will do that here in a little while. We'll get you on the phone. Have to have you call in. I'll put the number up so you can write it down and call in. Jackie just listened to him this morning. Things have been a bit chaotic. Oh, I get it. Jeff, I camped up in northwest Washington State near the Canadian border. Just got home. I'll have to get my laptop on in the man cave. Be right back. Cool. Sounds good. Let me go in here and oh, yeah, Pat. Okay, right. Pat. I don't know why I didn't have that in my notes. I couldn't remember. And I know we're not using a full name. So Pat, anyway, sent that. Great. That first story that I shared where they were on the family camping trip, family and friends. I mean, how cool was that? She gave us some details where she was at camping in that. And that was really cool. And that her little friend there couldn't see, her brother couldn't see, or she couldn't see the Bigfoot, but her brother, I think it was her little brother or friend, seen the Bigfoot. That was really neat. Maybe she'll be on with us tonight and willing to say something or talk about it. But let me see. It was the one with the Bigfoot circling the camp. Yeah, that's Cabal. Yeah, absolutely. That's the one I was referring to. Really cool. And she thinks that one, maybe two had entered the camp. So that's pretty neat. How exciting is that? Back when she was a kid, she's had some other encounters too that she's going to share with us. She mentioned at the end there that the scariest thing she ever encountered was a dog man. So, I've heard all of you guys, or a few of you guys have told me that that's nothing to play with. So wild stuff. Tina. Hi, Steve and TAS gang. Hello, Tina. Thanks for joining us. Man, we got a great night lined up here tonight. So we got some great stuff to talk about. If you guys got any questions about any of those stories, we'll talk about them. Another one that I think was really cool, and they were all phenomenal stories. I enjoyed all of them. We're going to get to that scary one, but I want to talk about the one from Linda was really cool too. Remote cab driving in a remote area and got to see her first Bigfoot. The first one was blurry and hard to make out for her. But then she seen pretty clearly the head and shoulders of one down, sticking up out of a gully. I wonder how deep that area was where she seen that. But that's really wild. She was really excited about that. Most people would get nervous, but she was excited about it. And then Bill shared that there's two stories out back of where he lived or lives in Maine. I think he lives in a different location now. Hopefully he'll be on tonight. He mentioned, I think, possibly being on the live show. So that would be really cool. Anyway, that female Bigfoot off the trail, I mean, that was a really good encounter that he had with a friendly. So that's always a good turnout. And he's also the one that had that experience. Now, that chemical he's talking about, jackhammer, I've heard of that in the construction field before, and I know that's some really nasty stuff. So, I mean, how fortunate was he to not go blind? I mean, you hear in the Bible, and that's one of the most famous things is Jesus healing somebody's vision, and I mean, literally, he would have been blind. I mean, that stuff should have ate the lenses right off his eyes. I mean, that stuff is nasty. So very, very, very lucky there. But that was a really, really cool story. A few of you guys mentioned how much you really enjoyed that. Let me see. Well, maybe the Sasquatch was behind the tree. Yeah, but the kid could see it clearly, but she couldn't see it. So it's like it was almost like it was invisible to her. Maybe knew she couldn't. I don't know, or her eyes just didn't want to believe. What he was seeing, so she didn't see it. Just sometimes you look at something, you don't even know what you're looking at. But he knew what he was looking at. Next, let me see. I may sneak off next Monday for an overnight camping trip. Gonna need it after this last week and upcoming week here at work. Yeah. Hey, I get that. I get that completely. Dylan, hello, TAS family. Great to hear some stories. Hey, Dylan, great. Thanks for being here. Yeah, it's great to get back and share some stories. I was really happy about that. It's been a wild week for me. This past month and a half, 2 months, I've been just absolutely slammed and really getting wore out there for a while. But it's really great to be back and sharing some stories. And I got more stories to share. I got some stuff coming in that I'm looking forward to sharing, some information and some a really cool story coming in that it's going to get some attention, I think, because it's pretty wild stuff, but I'm looking forward to that. Anyway, yeah, but they were some really good stories. What else can I say about that? What do you guys think about about him seeing Jesus there, guiding him over to wash his eyes out and stuff? I mean, was that wild or what? Jackie says, hi, Dylan. Andrea. Hello, Andrea. Maybe Bigfoot can sense the pure heart. That's why the child could see it. Yeah. I mean, they were both children. I agree completely, but, yeah, I don't know. That was different. The fact that she could, but she did hear it and she seen the footprints the next morning, but she just didn't see it in the trees at that moment. I wonder if it was watching when she was at, by that fishing hole, that one or another one, if there was another one or not. But I'm just glad that there wasn't, they weren't nefarious, and do something bad, because we've had incidences they talk about with kids and stuff. So, you just never know. Definitely wild. Glad it happened. Douglas Kaufman. Yeah. Yeah. So Doug says that he's willing to call in and talk about his encounter. So, his encounter story. So I'd like to hear that. I know you guys would like to hear it as well. Let me see. What does Jeff say here? The forest people absolutely know your heart and your intentions. Right. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Oh, there's BMO. Hello, BMO. Thanks for joining us. I think the hair totally blended into the tree. Yeah, maybe if she looked up and saw the face, she would have then made out the Sasquatch standing in plain sight. Right. Absolutely. And that's what I mean. Sometimes, they're camouflaged enough to just place tricks on you, and maybe the younger kid there just happened to catch the visual of the face, in there. Kind of like looking at clouds. Hi, Debbie. Hello. Thanks for joining us. Good to see you. Oh, man. Let me see. Yes, I need the phone number. All right. Let's have Doug call in, and maybe when we get a chance here, maybe Jeff will get us an update on his trip too as well. But yeah, Doug, let me put that phone number up for you to call. You got a pen ready? Get ready for that. I don't know if you got a pen, paper, or if you're just going to dial it, but I'm going to put it up on the screen. I hope I still have it in there. Ready? Here it comes. There you go. I hope you guys like that, huh? I mean, I'm going to try to get it into a transparent so that I can just leave it up on the screen. But 585-603-3033. Go ahead and give us a call there, Doug. I look forward to hearing your story. Oh, you know what? I have to go get my phone. my phone. And I have to turn on my Bluetooth. Roadcaster Pro. That is connecting. So that I have to connect before you can call it. Connected. I am connected. So I am ready for that. When you call, sometimes we have a problem when you first call in, so you might have to call again, but just go ahead and give that a shot. And I'm here waiting for you. Let me see. Jeff says we are at Lake Sullivan in Washington State here. Had a sighting of a male Sasquatch while she was paddling a canoe. I can tell you more when I call in. Awesome. Sounds good. Yeah, we look forward to hearing it. Mm-hmm. All right, Doug, did you get that number? Go ahead and call in. There's about a 60-second delay when I talk on this, you guys. So you just got, go through the awkward silence. Okay, here we go. Hello.
Dave.
Hey, how you doing, buddy?
Good. Can you hear me pretty well?
I can hear you. So this is Doug in Tennessee.
Okay. Yeah, Doug in Tennessee.
All right.
It just a little feedback on your end, but if you can hear me, perfect. That's great.
I can hear you. I got a lot of equipment in here, so there might be a little feedback. Go ahead.
Yeah, and that's fine. I just want to be sure. Well, let me start with a couple things first. The sighting occurred up in a gentleman who's a big-time Bigfooter, and we've been on the phone 15, 20 times talking and, learning and letting him get to know me and know that I was cool enough to come up and not do anything, ridiculous, right? He explained a number of things that have happened or that's happened on his property. Mm-hmm. And one of them was them leaving like powdery or oily handprints, et cetera, mm-hmm. Right? So I work from home and also at the office, and I'm on the computer, and I just looked down at my shirt pocket. I had a flannel shirt on. I had white powder on my shirt pocket top.
Really?
Like the stuff on your car battery, right?
Uh-huh.
So I just, looked at that and brushed it off and, whatever, and kept working. And I'm like, Doug, you didn't brush your teeth with baking soda. What was that powder? Oh, my God. They showed up and put powder on my shirt. Another thing happened where I got out of the car, plain as day, phone in one hand, keys in the other, and then I took a step or two and my keys disappeared. Didn't hit the ground. I went back in the car. You leave your key. Oh, I left them, And I'm like, no, I grabbed both things carefully and was able to go inside for lunch break when I came from work. So I was like, what am I going to do? I'm going to call work and say, hey, my keys disappeared. So I went inside, had lunch, and I'm like, wait a minute. The guys are playing jokes on me. I come out of the house, the apartment. I look down. There's the keys 2 feet from my car.
Interesting.
So they made keys disappear.
Now, wait. So, let me, real quick. Let me clarify. Yeah. What beings are you referring to? Are you talking about Sasquatch, Bigfoot, Klansman?
It's Sasquatch playing tricks.
Okay, gotcha. I didn't know if for a minute there, I wasn't sure if you veered off, if you were referring to some sort of alien activity or something, or other, demonic or something. But yeah, okay, great.
Yeah.
So I have something to say about that. But go ahead.
Yeah. So, and Randy has talked about how, the guys the big guys, I'll call them, can be playing pranks. So I knew about that. So I get up there. It was a 2-day drive, and the I heard footsteps one night, um, and then heard some whoops. And partway through the trip, we sat around a fire ring, and a woman friend of his does pictures over her shoulder. So I got to see those the next day, and they're images of the Bigfoots showing up on picture form, but not visible. They were invisible at the time,
Mm-hmm.
right? So that was pretty cool. Well,
Yeah.
um, in the one afternoon, Randy said, "Hey, listen, go for a walk on your own. That's when people see things, not when I'm around them. Go ahead and take a walk." I said, "Perfect." So I did my walkabout, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like Crocodile Dundee.
Yeah.
So I'm walking around, and I knew the area because I've been there for a few days, and a lot of land. He's on 40 acres, just a little bit of land up there. So I walked to the one corner, and there was a field, and I walked a little bit further, and I saw cows to the right. I'm like, oh, black cows, okay, and turned the corner from there and walked up the path that was about a car wide. And I poked my head out to an opening that you could drive out to a big field. I
Mm-hmm.
glanced up the hill and I saw a house, the side of a house, like the corner of a house. But I could see the side tapering because it was, further away, the side of the house, the end of the house.
Mm-hmm.
And like, oh my gosh, that's the property he said about don't go too far. I don't want you on my neighbor's property. Don't want to, any
Oh
fuss
boy.
with them.
Right.
So I come back to Randy. I said, Randy, you're not going to believe, what I saw. And then he said, no, those aren't there. I said, no, no, I saw the cows and I saw the house. He said, there isn't a house for a mile and a half. I said, okay. He goes, listen, let's go. I'll show you. And I said, yeah, I'll show you. Right. I was just like, wait a minute. You're kidding. So we go to the corner, and there were trees, big pine trees, in the way of the field where the cows were. I'm like, well, he goes, there's no cows around here. They're in the state lands area. I said, okay. I said, well, let me show you the house. So we went back, we went up the long path and out to the left to the opening where the big field is.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked up, and there was a tree stand that was tan and not off white, like aged white paint.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, I told you, no. I said, no, it was right up there. There was a house. So what he said is that the Bigfoots can cause dimension shifting to
Ah,
occur,
interdimensional stuff.
interdimensional stuff. Because I saw both things, and I did not see them when I went back, and I was not mad, but like what the hell.
Frustrated. Right. Right. Right.
So frustrated because I don't, us guys don't like to be wrong, and then we are, and then we're
Amen.
mad, and then we have the ladies let us know, and then we're like, wait a minute, okay, you're right, I'm wrong. So that happened, and the other one of the other things was that Randy was telling me about the ravens are like they can either turn into ravens or they'll have ravens look out for them.
Okay.
Okay, like lookout, like watchers. So the one time we were coming back from dinner and we're pulling up into his property, he has, like I said, a lot of land. He goes, "Did you put that there?" I'm looking around like, "What are you talking?" I'm looking out the window because, like, is something out there? Like, what's he talking about? He goes, "No, in front of you." And I looked down on the dashboard that I pounded on, making a point. Like, well, you know how it is. And I just pounded a couple of times. We pulled in. There was a feather appeared on its own on the dashboard,
Interesting.
on
Yeah.
its own.
Huh.
Okay. Now, that wasn't a massive sighting, but how the hell does a feather show up gifted from the big guys
Right.
in his vehicle?
Right. Right.
And it's a big truck. He didn't reach over and put it there and try to. He's not that kind of person, right?
Right.
So those are some. There's maybe a couple other things. they threw tiny rocks at my tent the one time, and then 3 of the nights it rained like crazy. And the big guys, he said, aren't going to be, popping your tent to get your attention. They're going to leave you alone. So unfortunately, it wasn't the best environment to see them, but I still had that weird stuff happen. So I wanted to share that as possibilities that might happen to people out there.
Absolutely. Yeah. And a lot of people on here on the show will know what you're talking about. Somebody was just trying to call in. Please, if I'm already on a phone call, give me a minute to get done with the phone call and make some comments on it, and then I'll invite you to call. So that way we're not overlapping, and it makes it hard for me to hear the person that's talking to me on the phone if I got it beeping in my ear at the same time. So I'm not upset. I'm just saying, just please be patient. We'll get to you, I promise. Yeah. So, well, and there it is. Michigan.
Yeah.
Hold on, Michigan. We'll get with you. So,
I am planning on going up in September if it'll work, and I'm sure I'll have more of a sighting. All kinds of things happen. His stepson was in the tent, and the Bigfoot put his hand up to the tent. The stepson put his hand up towards the giant hand, right? The big guy pulled his hand away, and he brought his hand down. So then the Bigfoot put his hand back on the tent, pushing in on it, and the stepson brought his hand up a second time, and the Bigfoot pulled his hand away, and then he said, okay, I won't do that anymore. I mean, he quit doing that, and then later had a sighting right there at the tent, and that's where I was camping, hoping to have a sighting, but not this time.
Right.
Up close.
Right. Wow. Very cool. I don't know.
Last thing, I don't just know say who real fast.
Go ahead. No, I'm just getting frustrated because whoever that is keeps calling repeatedly, and it's starting to upset me. If it keeps happening, I will not take your call. And I really want the opportunity to speak with you. But if you keep insistently calling while I'm on the phone with somebody already, I don't have a staff here. So, and they're doing it again. But it's just rather rude.
Right.
So, anyway, I apologize for that. It's just very frustrating because it's hard to listen to you and pay attention to what you're saying while my phone is beeping in my ear.
Shoot.
I was afraid of that, No, you're fine though. But, so yeah, now, where was that area at with the tent, and putting the Bigfoot outside?
It was about a quarter mile away from his property. He lives up at the top of Minnesota, about 100 miles from the border.
Okay. Wow. Very cool.
And people there just like, hey, Squatchins. No, okay.
I want to mention to you, I don't know if you watched the video that I have missing Bigfoot bones. I don't know if you've been through some of my other videos. And in that one or one of the follow-up ones to that, we were informed about Bigfoot ceremonies, bone crushing ceremonies that go way back.
Oh, wow.
And part of the reason why they can't find Bigfoot bones, what was told in that share is that they after they remove the flesh and stuff from the body, they will, or however they do that, there's a process, but and hide even. They do stuff, repurpose their hides. Some according to this, and it might be different areas or cultures of them, but then they burn the bones, and then they crush them. And I don't know if they burn them or just crushed them into a powder. I don't even think they burn it. I think they crushed them. They dried them and crushed them into a powder. So I was going to tell you, if you had, I don't know if you ever kept any of the way powder, or you tell your friend. This was an Indian that sent the story in, Indian descent or full-blooded Indian that named John, I believe his name was, if I remember rightly. He said that he sprinkled the flour, or the shaman or whatever that came to him, sprinkled that powder. It looks like flour, onto a dead plant in his garage, and it brought the plant back. By the next morning, it was back full bloom. So if you did have that powder or anything, that would be something to try. It's supposed to have some kind of life potential in it. So, yeah. Anyway, very, very cool stuff. So if you get a chance, go back and watch them. But go ahead. You had something else real quick?
Yeah. Well, just real quick, you're doing phenomenal with your channel. I'm
Thank you.
impressed, and you
Thank you.
really come a long way. And it wasn't bad in the beginning, but it was good, and it's even better. You know what I mean?
Thank you. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I
So,
appreciate you.
congrats to you.
Thank
And
you.
I've listened to my share of podcasts. Believe me, I'm not new. I'm not new on the scene. And I'm like, holy cow! Oh, okay, holy. And the hybrid stories. Oh my gosh!
Blows
Oh,
my
that
mind as
just.
well. Yeah, it's crazy,
So
isn't
anyway,
it?
just
Mind
want to say
blowing.
that real
Yeah.
quick.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate that. It's because of all of you guys that I do this, and I'm more new to it than most of you. So I've been learning as I go, but it's been quite an amazing ride here with you guys. So thank you for that. I appreciate it. So
Oh, you got it. You're welcome.
all right. Well, you take care. Stick
Okay.
around. We got more here to talk about. So
Yeah.
we'll talk to you again some other time. You'll be welcome to call back in
Okay.
sometime. Thank you.
Excellent. Okay, Steve. Let you go. All
All
right.
right.
You're welcome. Bye now.
Bye-bye. Okay. Let me see here. Okay. So, this other caller that's been calling in, I mean, I don't know if it's Valerie or if it was somebody else doing that. But, go ahead and give me a call back now. And we'll give you a minute on here. Otherwise, I'm going to have Jeff call, but you were pretty persistent, so it must have been an important phone call. So go ahead and give me a call now that I'm done there. I understand you might not have heard me say don't call yet because you might have been away from the line to call, or I know there's a 1 minute delay here between me saying something and you guys receiving it. So, okay, here we go. Let's give this a shot. Hello?
Pretty persistent.
Oh,
Hello, Valerie?
yeah, this is Valerie.
Hi.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't know if this was the correct phone number for this show.
Yeah, it was the correct phone number. It's just you kept calling over the top of my other caller that I was on the phone with, and
I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I never meant to do that, but I'm just saying, I want to see Sasquatches.
okay.
I live in the city near Detroit, and so many people say that, oh, you can see Sasquatches everywhere, like the outskirts of Detroit or upstate New York, but God knows I would love to see a family of Sasquatches somehow, and I know I'd have to go where the deep forests are, like Washington or
you're not alone.
Peninsula, Michigan.
Yeah, you're not alone. There's a lot of people out there that would love that opportunity, but it doesn't just, it just doesn't, it's not something you can make happen. At least not through me, but there are, I think there are some people out there who do like, some sort of, guides or whatever, where there might be an opportunity. You'd have to see if you could contact someone like that, but yeah, no, I totally get it. I totally get it.
I know, and I know I keep saying I would have to get in line because there's probably millions of people who want to see those creatures. And if they were to capture one or a family of them and bring them to a local zoo, no doubt everybody would be crowding out the zoo just to get a look at Bigfoot,
That would be horrible. That would be absolutely horrible. For them to be treated like that. I God willing, that never happens. That would upset most of the world would be very upset about something like that. Because they deserve their peace and freedom. That's why they've been staying hidden away for so long. But I get it. I know what you're saying, but I'm afraid it's probably happened before in circuses and stuff. You hear about that stuff from way back, but yeah, no, I totally get it. And I appreciate you calling and expressing your feelings on that and letting us know, but, we're all a family here and we look out for each other and, we understand. So, yep. But yeah.
And,
all right.
Do you think that most of those creatures would be aggressive and some would be docile to humans?
I believe so. Just like humans. There's good and bad, from what I hear. Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay, then there's a lot of skeptics out there. A lot of people will say, no, they're not real. It's just a made-up hoax, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, sure. Absolutely. And you get that with everything, right? So, yeah, that's to be expected.
Well, thank you. And again, I apologize. I'm sorry.
No problem. Thanks, Valerie. I appreciate it. It was nice to talk to you.
Have a blessed weekend.
Thank you.
God bless you.
Thank you. You too. All right. Bye-bye.
Good night.
Good night. Okay. Yeah. I think a lot of you guys would probably agree. No zoos. No, that would be ungodly horrible. I don't think we'll ever see that happen. I hope not. I mean, because there'd be an absolute outrage in the world if something like that were to ever happen. But let's hope not. I don't think they want to be considered zoo animals. That's probably why they stay hidden, right? What do we got here? Let me see. Where are we? Whoa, we got some comments popped up, huh? Prince. Boy, you know what? There's a lot of them. I don't think I'm going to catch up on all of them. Putting one in the zoo would be charging administration at prison, right? Yeah, no, absolutely. No zoo. Nope. Josh Gates' team did an investigation just outside of Detroit. Interesting. I don't know if I seen that one or not. I might have. I love Josh Gates. I watch that show probably every episode and when I can. Great show. Love to meet him. I'd like to get out there. I'd love to be the Josh Gates version of this, right? I'll get a hat and everything. I mean, it'd be a blast. That's what I wanted to do. My evolution of building was I wanted to be like a cross between Josh Gates and Dirty Jobs, right? Because I wanted to cover the history and I wanted to get on the job sites and show the construction today, how people are doing modern construction, where the origins of each individual part of doing construction, where it originated from, and actually go and do it the ancient way. And then even talk about the where construction is going to be going with AI and robotics and stuff like that. It would be a great show. I wish I could pull it off. And now that I set it online, I would imagine probably somebody's going to take my idea and run with it. Damn it. Why did I do that? That was stupid. Anyway, but there it is. You guys know I said it here first. So please make sure I get a little credit for it. Will you please? Or you got a production company out there who wants to have me do it. I was born in construction and I'm ready to go. So let's make it happen. All right. We could do it. It'd be a lot of fun. Anyway, boy, did I jump off track there, man. I'll tell you what, that was a dream of mine. Hello, Mr. Strange. Like always, enjoying the show. I'm very sorry about the lady's idea, a very bad one. I wouldn't want to see them in cages. No, I'm sure she didn't mean it in any kind of a bad way. She just, I think she was just referring to what would happen if they did that. And yeah, it would be absolutely horrible. Darren, hello, everyone. Hello, Darren. Welcome. Thanks for being here. Derek, well, gone, Steve. Oh, Derek, you're leaving? All right. Well, thanks for stopping in. It was good to see you. Sorry to see you go if you're going. I don't like seeing animals in a zoo. Yeah, me either. Darren, Mr. Strange, hello. I love your channel so much. Well, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Let me see. Jackie, there's a young woman doing research in a city park in Portland, Oregon. Really interesting. Anna, horrible to see them in a zoo, but corporate enterprise would win everything to make money. Yeah, sure. Absolutely. No, I hear you. You're absolutely right. And welcome to the channel. Good to see you. Let me see. Driftless. Like, subscribe, and do all those things. Thank you. I appreciate it. That's right, everybody. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Stick around. It's a lot of fun. We got a great group of people here, as you can see if you're reading the comments. These are all wonderful people, great family. We talk about all kinds of stuff, and there's people here from all over the world. Oh, nope, still here, wrong typo. Okay, that's good. Welcome back. Let me see, Darren Frank's TV. I was a drywall contractor 27 years until I got disabled. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, I hear you. I did years of drywall. I started walking on stilts when I was 12 years old. I did drywall hanging and finishing. Jacqueline Rose, the lady she will never see Sasquatch because of her. Oh, I don't know. I don't think it was an attitude. They're everywhere, seeing love, empathy, and angry with people, trash, and environment. Like I said earlier, I don't think she meant that she wants to see them in a zoo. I think she was just saying, like, my God, if they captured one and put it in a zoo, it would be, overran with people, and it would be horrible. I mean, it would be a horrible thing. We've all seen those movies play out, and it's just nothing that you ever want to see happen. And I really don't think it ever will, to be honest with you. Matt Jones, on your YouTube channel called I Gave Birth to Bigfoot's Daughter, it was Claire spinning her hair around and was backlighted. Oh, Bigfoot's daughter. Was that Claire spinning her hair around? Oh, okay. Are you saying, was that the image of Claire in the background? Maybe. No, come on. But one never knows, right? That's funny. Valerie, thank you, everybody. Sorry about the misunderstanding. See, there you go. It's just, that's why we keep an open mind. We don't judge and we stay friendly here because you just never know. And I think she's just, really would be excited to meet them. And a lot of people would be. I mean, if they're being honest, everybody would like to meet and sit and have a conversation or be able to mind speak or whatever the case may be. Tina, we have to realize some bad Sasquatch may have been terribly hurt by humans and why they act out. Some may just be extremely territorial. Absolutely. I mean, they, at the end of the day, even humans have animal instincts and are territorial. So absolutely, there could be several reasons why some of them do bad things. The one with the chainsaw, I mean, I just think that one might be mean. I mean, either that one was that Martha shared with us from her friend. Either that Sasquatch was either just mean or putting on a good show to scare them the hell out of there so they'd stop cutting the trees down through there and stuff. Because, I mean, let's face it could have killed them, right? It could have taken them out right then and there. But instead, it just scared the crap out of them. It's not a place I'd want to go back to after that. I don't understand why some people insist that Sasquatch are Nephilim. Can't any of these people explain how the Nephilim survived the Great Flood then? I don't understand, Cabal, I don't understand that either. Everybody's allowed their opinion, and I respect that, and it's fine. I don't personally believe that. I just don't buy it. I suppose it's possible, but maybe some, or maybe they're mistaken. But what I read about Nephilims, they were way bigger than that. Like they were talking in the Bible of Nephilims being like upwards of 40 foot tall, 40, 50 foot tall in some situations. So there's why some of them might have survived the Great Flood. But if that was the case, and there's just different stories about it and different theories about it, but I don't know. I don't know. It's hard to say. Darren, thank you. I appreciate that. Appreciate that very much. Let me see. Darren, I had an encounter with Sasquatch in Bankhead Forest in Alabama, 2017. Your channel really helps me understand what happened. Really? Oh, hey, thank you for that. I appreciate it. Let me see. Laugh out loud, same here. My brothers and I wore stilts and played basketball. There you go. I was pretty good on stilts. I remember going through a house once and somebody had thrown some electrical or extension cord down, and I got tangled up into a pile, and somehow I managed to dance my way out of that pile. I've had a couple of close calls. One, I was getting ready to go down a set of stairs, and one of the front screws fell out, and the stilts dropped in the front, And I went forward and I caught the ceiling, the slope of the ceiling, and I had to holler until somebody came and helped me back up the stairs. I've had some close calls, but I've never actually went down. Knock on wood. Anyway, if that's a story you want to share with us, you have to let me know, and I'll set up for you to call in. Let me get through some of this here. I don't like when they say they're evil or Nephilim, Driftless. Yeah, no, I know. I don't get that part. Maybe it's just a stereotype. Maybe it's some people's way of coping with the idea of them. I don't know why they call them that. I really don't. I think maybe somebody said it once. I think that's where a lot of stuff happens, is somebody puts a label on something or someone that it's bad, and then boom, that's it. Everybody, starts spreading like wildfire, and that becomes, the label. So, who knows? They should have labeled Bigfoot Santa Claus, and he would have been all set. He, she, whatever, right? Oh, let me see, what else do we got? Matt, if yes, she is an excellent dancer. There you go. I got a lot of flack for that, but she gave me permission to use it. So don't shoot the messenger. I was given permission, but I had a lot of people saying that's too provocative. That's wrong. You shouldn't be doing that. But hey, oh boy. Ugh, Nephilim. Let me see. Darren, I shared your story about the Sasquatch hybrid series with my group of Facebook Bigfoot believers and other creatures. It has a giant hit. It was a giant hit. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. We'll take all the hits we can get. Good hits. All the hits, like good hits. We don't need any bad hits. I think the Chainsaw one was totally trying to make a name for himself. Yeah, boy, I'll tell you what, serial killer is the name. And the ironic part is, he didn't need a chainsaw to take that deer apart. I mean, that. It wasn't running anyway, but I think the chainsaw was just like putting a gold chain on the neck saying, I'm bad, stay away from me, I would never want to see Sasquatch in a zoo. Thank you, Valerie. See? Cleared up. Perfect. Thank you. And we believe you. We believe you. I know. I get what you were saying there. So... no problem. I'm sure Noah had a Sasquatch on the ark. There you go, Driftless. See, I mean, if everything else was there, right? They don't talk about it, but right? I mean, why not? Jackie, thank you, Cabal. I've asked them same question far too many times. Right. Anna, that must have been a very big baby. Okay, so I know I think you're referring to. Well, what are you referring to? Are you referring to Claire being a baby? So we'll cover this on the show. Why not? I get a lot of people. Oh boy, here we go. I get comments about the private parts, right? Appendages or whatever, term you want to use. And how was Wendy not torn apart or badly injured? And then there's the question about giving birth. Oh, no way. The baby would be way too big. It'd split her in half. It would kill her. She would die giving birth. There are records or whatever, people or stories out there about women dying giving birth to Bigfoot babies and human babies. But here's the thing, being closely related to primates, maybe closer related to our descendant primates, gorillas, or whatever. Primates have actually rather small area. So compared to humans. Humans are actually, I guess, larger than. So we're not talking about like they're not like horses. So you have people that have said, I guess on some other stories or channels or whatever, that they seen a Bigfoot and he was massive and this and that. That's not always necessarily true. In fact, you don't hear that much at all. So I don't think that is necessarily a problem. And primate babies are very, very small when they're born. Google it, look it up. So if they're more closely related to primates, and it don't take much in our link, then it's better, more likely. So when they breed with a human, it actually works out to be more of the human size. So, when we talk to Claire again, I hope we do soon, or any of them, that I would like to ask what the birth weight was. That'd be a good question. I don't know, but I don't think that was ever mentioned, but I'd love to know what their birth weight was. That would tell us a lot, right? So there you go. The awkward conversation. Let's talk about the birds and the bees, kids. Anyway, I hope that answers your question, Anna. Let me see. Darren, did I read this? Yeah, I read that part. I jumped ahead. The giant genes survived in Ham's wife. The Bible does say that Canaanites. Why do you do this to me? Were descendants of Ham. Okay. Hey, there you go. I don't know. BMO Creatives has his own channel. If you guys haven't been there, go check it out. And he's been doing some great new posts here recently. You'll love it. It's really cool. He does this amazing artwork while he's telling these stories, and he really does his homework, okay? So a lot of research goes into what he does. You'll really enjoy it. So check that out. BMO Creative. Go check him out. And he's got a lot of information over there. A lot of stuff you can learn. Let me see. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, I'm sorry, Mr. Strange. I wasn't trying to be funny about Claire's story. It's all right. It's all good. Scott Carpenter said they were Nephilim. Okay, well, there's one. So that might have got it started. How do they say that without actual proof, right? I mean, I don't know. Whatever. I guess that goes with everything. Mr. Anderson, some just want to connect dots, even if there is no point. Laugh out loud. Yeah, absolutely. Sure. Darren, sure thing, buddy. I would like to and be honored to share with the Strange family. So, yeah, if you want to call in and tell us about that, that'd be great. Did you get the number, or do you need that again? You have to let me know. I know that Jackie posted it there. So I'm getting a clicking. I don't know why I'm getting this weird clicking. Yeah. Well, it's coming from the phone, from the Bluetooth. Hang tight here. I'm going to have to turn that connection off for a second. No, not Wi-Fi. Bluetooth. Whew. That's better. Man, that was annoying. It's just, I don't know if you guys were hearing that. Tick, 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 tick. Goodness gracious. Okay. Hopefully that'll take care of that. Wow. Where was I? Earth. Let me see. Bible says Nephilim were on the earth afterwards. How is it a mystery? I don't know. Evil means godless. Some Sasquatch tribes are inherently evil. Some are cannibalistic. Ganasqua comes to mind. Yeah, and I agree on that. And Claire has mentioned that also in the story of where do we come from, that there are some really bad ones out there. So interesting enough, right? Bad groups. And they divided. Dylan says Claire told us that Bigfoot are alien, right? Yes, she did say that. That's what, she was told, that they came from another planet originally. I don't know. Some people don't buy it. They think that they were here forever, but who's to say that we didn't come from a different planet, right? There's a lot of theories out there. Let me see. Driftless says, yeah, Jackie, that's who I was watching. Oh, okay. Any news about Claire as of lately? No, I have not had any news lately. I hope to soon. Claire, if you see this, or anybody with her, please reach out and let us know what's going on. Make sure everybody's okay. We would really like to know. I know that last one was kind of scary and you were going in deep cover, so we'd like to know what's going on. Let me see. Tina, I really need to tell you my story and get some advice from Claire. I haven't been able to share what happened to me when I was in my 20s and don't know which to trust. I will email you. Sure, absolutely, Tina, please do. And let me know if it's something you want shared on here or if you just want me to hold. The best way to get it to Claire is to share it on here. And that's pretty much how it's all worked so far. The communications. So Dylan Cabal, laugh out loud. I never understood why they didn't just punt Chucky across the room. All right, I missed something. We're talking about the Chucky doll, are we? My mom is native in both her parent tribes called Bigfoot, a cannibal here in BC. So, in that area, that might be what was going on. Who knows? You really stepped up your game with the Bigfoot family series from Claire and others took me through a whole ride of emotion. Yeah, you took you for a ride. You ain't kidding. Took us all for a ride. Boy, I'll tell you, put me through the ringer. Some of the stories that have come through here, some of the things I've had to learn and to take in and understand. I mean, it's been, it's been an emotional roller coaster at times. Let me see. My grandpa's area has lore of hybrids, which is what brought me to the channel because not many speak about it. Interesting. Very interesting. You have to let us know. Write in. Can you write in about that or have to call in and share it? But I'd love to have you, if you got some good stories that you can share from that history, please do. I mean, we would love to have it and hear about it. Share it on here. That's how we're all learning, and this is how it all started out. I can't believe where we are today with this, right? I mean, how far this channel's come. You guys have mentioned it here. It's funny. You guys have mentioned it here a few times tonight on how far this channel has come, right? It's amazing. I mean, I never in a million years when I started doing this. Giant jeans, like Sasquatch wearing jeans. Good one. Okay. I don't think that's what it was, but that works too. There's probably some good AI pictures out there with Bigfoot wearing jeans. In fact, those comedy videos. Oh, man. I believe the Sasquatch have been here originally since before the Barren Land Bridge. They talk about them coming over the land bridge. So, yeah. Yeah. Who knows, right? I think maybe there's a lot of different theories out there and ways, maybe more than one. No, I'm sorry, the Nephilim babies. Oh, okay, right. Yeah, okay, you're talking about the Nephilim babies. Yeah, that would not be good. Valerie, welcome. Humbled by force. There are too many variations of their behavior to say they are all good. Right, no. I would never say they're all good. No. There is places that you do not want to go. In fact, I don't know if you've seen that one. What story was that on? One you guys might remember. With Claire, their team, I think they're in Canada. There's some places in Canada that you just don't want to go. That's some brutal areas. Or was that with? I don't remember if that was with. I think that was with Claire, but I think it was when they were all together. Yeah, I have to look back onto that and see. If that was when Raven was with them or not, or Lyra. I think that was when they were together. Yeah, that was when they were, right. That was the same time they wrote when they came to this area, right. And I met up with them. And when they went to and met up with Jane. So yeah, so that they talked about some really bad ones out there. Darren, come on, everybody. We're all adults here. Everybody should be able to figure it out. What I saw was not a primate. No, I hear you. My father-in-law was 15 pounds when he was born. My cousin gave birth to a 13-pound baby. Ay, caramba, 15 pounds. Matt Jones. And what about Kyle? Yeah, what's the latest about him as of lately? Like I said, he's in his own home area now, near a forest conservation and on private land, and very well cared for, being taken care of, and him and Reggie, so they're all set. I don't expect that we will hear from them because they're just going to live out their life from here. If anything, we might get an update maybe from Claire or something that they're doing well, or or not, or whatever. But other than that, they're all set. Matt, and what about, all right, 12 pounds, Darren, wow. Tina, women have octuplets or triplets, so I can see them having a Bigfoot baby. Women are amazing. I mean, you can't underestimate a woman. That's for damn sure. Darren, what's this? Steve said, why? Yeah, hey, it's true. Some of these, oh man, some of these words that you guys put out for me. Nephilim are said to have 2 rows of teeth and 6 digits on each hand and foot. Right, and nobody's ever mentioned that about a Sasquatch or a Klansman or a Bigfoot or a grass man or a hairy man or any of them. That's the number. Morse code. Matt, let me see. I can put the number up. I got lost now. Somebody was going to call in. I mean, I can't even catch. Holy smokes! I can't even catch up with you guys on the comments here. Wow. Let me see. Was it Prince Edward Island? I remember it was, yeah, Prince of Wales Island. Prince Edward Island is where it took place for Wendy. And they all went back there. So, BMO, I'm going to have to completely disagree with you on your evil means godless comment. Interesting. Building fear in almost every encounter, for starters. Evidence that they are of God. They always stop when the name of Jesus is invoked. We women are amazing. Yeah, absolutely. Right. So why is that? Why do they stop when the God's name is invoked? And we've had people say that. Matt, was it Alaska? Yeah, they were in Alaska. So wasn't Tommy and Anna. Wasn't that? They were, no, I'm sorry, I take that back. They were in Washington State. Were they not? No, they were. Geez, I don't remember now. I think, were they from, I don't think they were on Prince of Wales Island. Were they? Is that where they were found? Geez, I forget now myself. I'll have to go back and look into that. I know that Wendy helped them. Wendy's the one that took care of them, but did they go there? Yeah. Yeah, that was, I believe, also on Prince of Wales Island. Yeah. Yes, it was. I'm quite certain. But yeah, I have to go back and check on that. Jeez. Wow. I don't remember myself on that one. That's been a while. We haven't talked about them or heard anything too much about them. The redhead giants of Lovelock, Nevada, was the Seetaka that preyed on Paiute Indian tribes. Right. I was hearing more about them just, was it today or yesterday? I was watching a show that was talking about them and what they went through and what was happening there. Columbia, Canada. British Columbia, Canada. Oh, yeah, where that's at, right? Good reason to watch it again. Absolutely. You got that right. For sure. Okay, so who was going to call in? I lost track here now, trying to get caught up on the conversation. So I will put the number up on the screen again, if you didn't already get it, and give you an opportunity to write it down or to do that call in. Yeah, sometimes you just can't read all the comments. And by the time I get through there, let me see. Figgy says, hello, Figgy. Did I say hello yet? Figgy says, people, smash the like button. There you go. Please do. There it is. There's the number. If I'm seeing it, that means I've had it up for 1 minute. So there, I'll come back out of that screen. But that give you a chance to write that down and give me a call. Good reason to watch it again. Vietnam War story of one that tore men apart. Yep, I've heard stories of that. Different stuff. But I hear they're a lot smaller in Vietnam. So I don't know. Anybody else heard that as well? I once thought I saw a Bigfoot, but then I realized that I was looking at my own foot, extremely close range. Ha ha ha. Matt. Sherry, yes, Bigfoot is everywhere here. More than U.S., I believe. Wow. Interesting. And Figgy says, hi, friends. Hello, Figgy. Boy. What a conversation we've had, huh? We had quite a few people on the channel. We were up over 50 people on the channel, dropped down to 48. I mean, one of us must have said something wrong. A few of them left. But hey, don't be afraid to say hello. We got a great bunch of people here. Not judgmental and just friendly, and we have a great conversation, as you can hear. A lot of interesting stuff. I do my best to keep up, but it's a lot of reading to keep up. We get some great call-ins. I think we're going to get a call-in here. I thought, Darren, wasn't it you that was going to call in? Yeah. Yeah, I believe so. Or was it Mr. Anderson? Mr. Anderson, I asked to share. Yeah, I heard that one. They got Bigfoot types all over the world, from hobbit to giant size. Interesting, right? Vietnamese call Bigfoot Nagawi. Wrong? If I got that right? I don't know. Something close. Go, Jeff. Yeah, Jeff. Jeff, you got the number. If nobody else is going to call in yet, give us a call. We want to hear you. Now, I remembered you were going to call and give us an update. Glad you mentioned that, though. Sasquatch himself will call. There you go. His name is Jeff. Yeah, wait till you hear him talk. He's got some great stories for us. Yeah, we want. Call. We're waiting. We're ready for you. You're always good for one. Driftless, Indianapolis call, Orange, and deck. Interesting. Hello? Hello? Uh-oh. Are you there?
Yes. For $1,000, please. Can you hear me?
Congratulations. You are the winner.
Yeah.
How you doing, buddy?
I am very tired. Very tired.
I bet you are. I bet you are. That's a long drive. How far is it for you?
Oh, I put 1,300 miles on the rig.
Good night. Oh, yeah, that's a bit of a haul. So tell us a little bit about what happened. What you got? What you did?
Well, okay. So a friend of mine, his father lives off grid up in the northeast part of Washington State, above Spokane, Washington, way up there, about 22 or 23 miles from the Canadian border. And anyway, he's got a bunch of property up there. So I got a call from my buddy Chris. He said, "Hey, my dad says that people are having some psychic Sasquatch thoughts up there. You want to go this weekend?" I said, "Sure." So I got a hold of a few other friends who. There's a gal named Angelique who lives up in the Spokane area, and her friend Tony or Tanya, she lives in Coeur d'Alene. And so we threw together a little visit. My buddy Jim from Orofino, Idaho, joined us for one day and one night. But we had a really, really good time. I left at 6 o'clock this morning and got home just a little bit ago.
Wow.
But let me, so little background on, I had mentioned Angelique. Well, a year or so ago, Angelique was interviewed by Sibylla Irwin on YouTube, and Sibylla's YouTube channel is called Sketching Encounters.
Okay, yep.
And she sketches and draws what the witness is described to her, and she does a really, really good job of doing that. And she's a sweet lady, and I watched this interview before I even met Angelique. I watched her YouTube interview, and Angelique 25 years ago had her family, her kids, and her sister, I think, and a bunch of people. They were up on Lake Sullivan up there, right next to where we were this weekend, and she was paddling the canoe in the lake, and she saw a male Sasquatch sitting on a stump on the side of the lake. And she claims that, or she says that it was the most beautiful man she's ever seen.
Wow.
And anyway, anybody out there is listening, if you want to look up that interview, it's Sketching Encounters on YouTube, and it's titled "The Most Attractive Man I've Ever Seen." Anyway, it's a really incredible encounter, and Angelique really tells a good story. She's very, very eloquent when she speaks. And anyway, so we went to Sullivan Lake yesterday and hiked around a little bit, and we didn't hike too far because we didn't. We're out of shape. I'll just put it to you that way. And
now with the amount of hiking you do, no way.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry if I'm not making too much sense. My brain is like fried after
I hear you,
not
brother.
getting much sleep and then that long drive. Anyway, so she showed us where she saw the Sasquatch, and she pointed it out on the shore. And then as she paddled back toward where her car was parked, the male Sasquatch had hiked up the mountain in the background and walked along the ridge and watched her paddle all the way back.
Oh, wow.
And even some of the kids saw the Sasquatch.
Wow.
And so she was really excited to go back there and meet with the group of folks that I had called to come with us. We had a really good time. We talked about all kinds of topics. Just anything from remote viewing to UFOs and aliens and all of our crazy experiences. We should have made a documentary out of that weekend. But anyway.
That's why I needed to be there, Jeff. Damn it. I could have been recording that. Man.
Yeah.
Oh,
it would have been a good one.
I would have been in my glory. I'll tell you what. Oh, that would have been fun.
Yeah. A lot of good stuff was talked about, and everybody had a great time.
Wow.
And
we got to do that sometime.
Jim,
we really do. We got to make that happen, buddy.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, we will. So we didn't have anything really weird happen, But yesterday morning, Tanya and I both got up kind of early, and we were sitting in chairs, sitting outside, facing the hill with the forest over there, and then like 6 miles away was where Lake Sullivan is. And we were hearing all kinds of little critters, and then we heard something that sounded like a wood knock or like somebody shot a gun off in the distance, and then we heard a crackle, and then a crash. So a tree had been knocked over or tipped over.
Whoa.
While we were sitting there, just a big tree just fell over.
Now, did you see the tree?
No, we didn't see it. We just heard it.
You just heard it. Oh, okay. I was wondering if it pulled the whole root base or what. Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. We didn't go back up there to look around, but yeah. So anyway, I'll keep this short because I think that the other guy wanted to call in, or other gal. But so on my way home this morning, I took off real early, and a few hours into my drive, I get a text message from Angelique, and she and Tanya had gone back to Lake Sullivan, just the two of them, and she told me, and keep in mind, Angelique is Native American, and she told me that she reconnected with that male Sasquatch from 25 years ago.
Wow, really? That's awesome.
I don't really know what that means, but she said that they reconnected, and she also connected with that male Sasquatch's father.
Wow.
So
really?
Details at 11, I guess.
Yeah. I'd love to know about that. Yeah. We'll have to hear more about that.
Yeah, I was a few minutes ago, I was texting Angelique to see if she could call in and talk to you.
Yeah, that'd be great.
She doesn't have very good cell service where she's at right now, and she wouldn't be able to, hold a phone call. So she said, go ahead and tell them what I just told you. So
well, please ask her
really
when she is in an area or can that she's welcome to. We definitely invite her. We'd love to hear her story from her.
Oh yeah, she's
absolutely.
Oh boy, she's got a lot to say, but yeah. And I wanted to mention Valerie, who called in earlier. I actually really appreciated her phone call because it sounds like she's pretty new to this whole thing, and she seems excited about getting to know more and maybe do some more research. And I just want to encourage her to keep watching your channel and doing her own research and stuff and gaining some knowledge. And I could tell by the way she was talking that she wasn't meaning anything
right,
harmful. And
right.
I just really appreciate her calling in and talking to you for a few minutes. And
I think like a lot of people, it's like a love, a passion, and she's just really passionate about the idea of meeting them because she cares. So I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
Exactly.
Yeah, she didn't mean any harm.
So,
but
she's on her little journey, and she's starting, and keep with it, Valerie.
That's it. Thanks for sharing that, Jeff, for saying that. Yeah, I'm sure she'll really appreciate that. And Valerie, if you don't know much about Jeff, he has years of experience in the field and stuff, and knows a lot of people. And I'm not saying he can take you out and introduce you to Bigfoot. I'm just saying that he's very knowledgeable and a great guy, and a really close friend of the channel here and me. So we really appreciate Jeff and his insight and input, and his comedy. He also does stand-up comedy for when he's not half asleep. But Valerie just said thank you. So there you go. So she got the message there. That's great. But awesome. So and if I don't get a chance to find that, please send me the link for that channel. You were just talking about that story from her, and so I can watch that when you get some sleep. After you get some sleep, buddy. But
it's 100 degrees here, and I'm about ready to crash.
Oh yeah, I bet, man, unbelievable. All right, so was there? Let me see. I will call in if you guys want me to hear me. What happened? All right, let's get that quick, Darren. Let's do that phone call. We'll keep it short because we're we're getting pretty well past our hour. But if you call in pretty quick here, then we'll go ahead and do that. Jeff, again, thank you so much, and we're glad you're back from your trip there safe, and get some sleep and touch base with us, and let us know what's going on later on, will you?
I'll do that. And I just one more quick thing. If
Sure.
you guys can send out some prayers to my daughter. She's having a C-section tomorrow.
Oh,
Grandson number 3. And
congratulations.
so tomorrow's going to be a big day.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes. Everybody send those prayers out. Thank you. And tell her that we're all rooting for her and we're here for her. And she's in our prayers.
You got it. All right. I'll let you go, Steve, and can't wait to hear Darren talk.
Thanks, brother. Later.
All right. Talk to you. Talk to you guys. Bye.
All right, Darren, give us a call. We put that number up a few times. So hopefully you got it there. You want me to put it up one more time, or do you got it? Valerie, yes. Don't worry. Okay. Congratulations, Grandpa Jeff. There you go. I'll put it up one more time here for you, Darren. Real quick, give us a call and let's hear that. We'd love to hear it. 585-603-3033. And we'll be here. Congrats, Jeff. I'll keep everyone in my thoughts and prayers. Absolutely. Jackie, Humble by Force. What were the humans doing? Not killing people by any chance? I don't know. I missed whatever that was. What is this? Hi, Steve. This Halloween, a friend of mine is going to dress her little daughter up as Bigfoot. I can't wait to see. Carla. Very cool. You have to send us that picture. That would be neat. Thank you for that, Carla. Very cute. Well, I don't know. I don't think we're going to get that phone call. You must have the wrong number. Oh, you're trying? I don't think so. I put the number up again. It's right on the screen. 585-603-3033. Sometimes it's hard to get through. Where are you from? Are you in another country or? No, you didn't say you were. No, you weren't. Jeff's going to put it up for you. Look at that. He even got it and he's half asleep. Wait, here we go. Hello.
Hey, buddy.
Darren?
Yes, sir.
All right. There you are. How you doing?
All right. Man, I am doing splendid. It's so good to talk to you, Steve. I wasn't expecting this. Hello, everyone in the chat. You guys are great. I love this town. I'm on YouTube. I started out 2017. I had an encounter with a Sasquatch in Bankhead Forest on a management hunt, and I've been to this hunt every year, and it really set me back. I just wasn't expecting it.
Yeah. Understandable.
But and after it happened, I went to MK Davis. Has got a channel here on YouTube. And if you guys hear them cicadas, I'm sorry, I can't show them what we got the cicada hatch going on. But anyway,
it's all right.
I don't mean to ramble. I'm trying to hurry up. But anyway, I was lost. I mean, I didn't know what to think. I was hunting, and the first day, two does come down in front of me, and then they went on down the hollow, and then that evening, really early, they come running back like a predator is chasing them, and we don't have anything here. in Alabama, we don't have any wolves. We don't have any bears. We might have a bobcat. But there was a predator chasing them, and I never seen what was chasing them, but they were just acting funny. They were all spooky. So that happened on the first day. That was Friday.
Okay.
Saturday.
And listen, take your time.
Saturday,
You're on the phone with us now, so take your time. Don't feel rushed. I'm not saying you got to rush. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm trying to hurry. I'm sorry.
You're fine.
I wasn't expecting it. I'm sorry. I'm not starstruck, but man, I'm so proud of your channel and all your members and people here, and
oh well, thank you.
Safe place for people to share. It's you got to have it because what we do.
Right. Absolutely.
I went from I've been on. So anyway, the Saturday when I went back to this mansion hunt in Bankhead Forest.
Mm-hmm.
I was sitting there, got in there early, and a big doe come out. She was by herself. It was you could take a doe and harvest a doe and a buck on this management property. So I have a 30-30. I've been using it since I was a kid. I can write my name with it, and I shot the deer, and cleanly. It was with a headshot, which is no suffering, instantly doesn't feel a thing, and plus you don't have the mess when you have to clean this animal.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, I eat venison, so I'm not just out there,
No, I understand.
Killing.
Yep, no judgment.
Yes.
Yep,
But anyway,
I get it.
yeah.
I grew up in a hunting family, so.
There you go. I mean, venison beef, turkeys, we used to give up. I love getting it for Christmas. My brother used to make some of the best. Anyway, yeah. But anyway, so I harvested this doe, and she was really close, and I know a headshot. That way, when I did go to clean her up, I just unzipped her, and then took care of the membrane that holds in all the vitals. I cut her windpipe as close as I could. And I also anal tube, as close as I could, and everything come out at once, is what I'm saying. It was not shot up, no mess. Everything that I think any forest dwelling creature or person would like, or whatever you want to call.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what they are, y'all. Anyway, but the liver's there, the kidneys, the heart. I mean, these are good things for animals. That's what they would eat first. So it was 8:30, about 9:30. I got the deer up in the field. I got her back to the truck. It was about lunchtime. I took the deer to the processor right here around the house. Big hunting community. I dropped the deer off. I went by my house, picked up, ate a sandwich, got a couple bottles of water, went right back to where I was at. And I got back, the gut pile was gone. It was completely gone.
Wow.
And I was like, wow, what a pack of coyotes come down here when I was just gone for a couple of hours and eat that gut pile up. And I'm not scared of coyotes, but I was sitting on the ground in a ground blind, and I'm actually behind a big cedar tree. Kind of got nervous, but I said, no, that wasn't a pack of coyotes. When coyotes or any kind of, gets a hold of a gut pile like that, they just ravish it.
Right.
They mess the leaves up. There's bits and pieces everywhere.
Right.
Yeah. This wasn't that.
Right.
Yeah. It just looked like something, picked it up and walked off with it.
And walked off with it.
Yes. and looking back, when I was looking for it, I was like, am I in the right place? I just left here.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking for the gut pile. There's hair, a little blood on the ground where I cleaned the deer off, and there was a little creek running down through there. I was washing my knife off. I remember looking up the creek, not seeing footprints because it was last of January, 1st of February, last management hunt season, but there was impressions in the leaves because nothing had disturbed it down there. I was by myself where I hunt.
Right.
And I remember looking at the creek, and I remember seeing these depressions of something walked up through there.
Right.
But I didn't think anything at the time. I just wrote it off because we want to feel comfortable. Okay, that's
Wait.
just mine.
Yeah.
It's not,
Yeah.
it's not people don't. They seem like they're just out of touch with reality because they'll tell you, this thing was all over them, and they don't see it, but we don't want to look for it.
Right.
We're not looking for a 9-foot hair covered man. Great, that's
For
pretty
real,
good at standing
like
still.
your eyes, if you're even just out there, if you're out there hunting and you're looking for a deer, a lot of people don't understand when you're hunting what happens to your mind. When you're focused for a deer, you can spot a deer. And a deer is very elusive. I mean, I've had deer walk right up on me and I didn't see them until they're right in front of me. Like, holy crap, where did you come from? But yet your eyes are focused on that particular thing. You could be scanning through the area. You're not going to see something standing upright 9 foot tall that looks like a broken tree stump or something. So you might just go right past it and never even think twice about it. Unless it moves. And that's when things come out in the forest. You don't see something most of the time, prey or anything, until it actually moves. And it's like, oh, there you are.
Exactly. That's what we look for. We, as a predator, we look for movement.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have the nose like some of these creatures to smell. We rely a lot on our sight. That's why our eyes are right face in front of us. Yeah. And that goes with everything. I mean, if we can see it, if it moves, but yeah, you can have a deer lay right in front of you in the leaves, and if you don't see it lay down, and it doesn't move, it can stay there.
I've had a deer lay in front of me half the day, and then all of a sudden it gets up and walks away, and it's like, where the hell? What were you doing there? Yeah. And they're behind a tree or some brush or whatever, and they just blend right in, and
they know it.
Wild.
They know
it's
it.
Wild.
And so does Sasquatch. They know it too.
Yeah,
they know if you haven't recognized them when they're in the area, from the time they see you, they can for sure tell if you've seen them or not. And if you haven't, all they got to do is freeze.
Definitely masters of their environment. For sure.
Yeah. I mean, we're just we used to probably have those abilities too, Steve. That's why I really don't get into the woo factor. I mean, what I've seen wasn't the woo factor, but I'm not saying they don't have abilities that are above and beyond anything that we can do, especially since we've become so, quote, domesticated. But anyway, guys, on the Sunday, after the Saturday, and I wrote it off to coyotes. And the next day, the Sunday, that was 3 days hard hunting, and I hunted the morning hunt, same place. But my buddy had told me there were some waterfalls. I had this green field on the Bankhead management area all to myself. Beautiful weekend, and I was just ready for it. I've been working. I took off work like a vacation. This is my stuff. It's what I've really done. But so I'm going to stalk hunt this field because they planted it in a zigzag pattern to accommodate more hunters. Really smart. Mm-hmm. Also, within to plant it in a zigzag pattern, the game warden, the management of area. So I'm walking down here. My buddy told me about these waterfalls, and I'd never been to the end of this field. Been hunting there 10 years. I've just never been to the end. So I went to the end to see these waterfalls, and I stalked hunting at the same time. Well, it was about, middle of the day. It was by the time I got down to the end of the field, about 11 o'clock, and I looked across from up front. It's a little hollow that I'm hunting. It's about 100 yards over to the green field. By the time I get down to the end of this big hollow, these waterfalls are huge, and they're 700 yards over there, and they're falling almost 3 stories.
Wow.
One big one trickling behind it. Just the most beautiful thing you've ever seen. Bankhead Forest, the foothills of Appalachian Mountains, and it's really wild, especially the management area. You can't take a vehicle on there. But anyway, we've got some beautiful land here in the United States.
Absolutely.
You need a drink of water, guys. Got any questions or anything?
What's that? Oh, you got to get a drink of water?
Okay. Yeah, I had to. Okay. So the Sunday, so I'm down here. I'm looking at these waterfalls, and I've already been hunting hard. I've harvested a doe. I'm not planning on seeing anything else, but I'm trying to to get my buck now. But so I walked down there and once I seen the waterfalls, I'm like, I'm not anymore if I'm see anything else or not. This is beautiful, and what a way to end on the season, with this beautiful scenery. And so I sat down, I lit me a cigarette. But the day before, I had on my hunter's orange. It's public land, got to wear hunter's orange. So when I cleaned that deer, the doe, I had to throw her over my shoulder. I forgot to tell you that, so I didn't have no way to carry her up the hill. I had to throw her over my shoulder, so I had.
Ooh, that's dangerous.
I had blood, and yeah. Well, there was nobody there, but so but I just for a little ways, so I got her up in the hill, up in the green field. So I tied something to her and I dug her because I didn't take a dolly. But anyway, so what I'm making is I had blood and fat and hair on my hunter's orange vest, little cloth vest. I picked it up from Walmart. And that comes into play here because I'm sitting there smoking a cigarette, and I'm looking at these waterfalls. And over my right shoulder at about my 5 o'clock, something stepped on a limb. Something snapped a limb. You can tell, if it's a little twig it breaks, or if it's a limb that breaks. And right behind me, something snapped a limb, and it was sounded big around my wrist. Pop! It was loud, and it was right there, and I had my gun full of shells, and it made me jump. I jumped up, and I'm right-handed, so I had to spin around to my left. I come right up with my gun. I didn't know what it was. I knew it had been something, but I wasn't expecting to see what I saw go. And what I saw was gray. It was the color. It was like the color of a coyote. Like it was gray. It was a 7.5 foot, 8 foot man.
Wow.
Huge man.
Wow.
But his head wasn't conical. It was more blocky, but he had no neck. Huge. Just huge.
Wow.
You could think of
and gray.
Andre the Giant. Andre the Giant is good example.
Wow. What did that do to you? What was that feeling?
Well, I did not know what it was to start with. When I turned around, it must have knew that gun, what I had. It must have knew what it done when I pulled the trigger, and because it apparently got that the gut pile, and it's probably done it before. I believe it.
Oh, probably.
I thought it, but I didn't know what it was. So, and when I turned around, it was profile, and it was lunging off of this down into this hollow, like it was running down. It wasn't that steep, but it was a big long hollow. It was a long way over there to the waterfalls. It was the fastest thing I've ever seen in my life. It hit all fours and was moving, but the weirdest thing you've ever seen, like it was sitting down in a chair, like its front arms were way out in front of it, and it was like it was using the front arms to balance it and move bushes and brambles out of its way. It wasn't even like running on its back legs or going around. It was like it's sitting down in a chair.
Wow!
And
amazing.
But it was faster than any horse. It was faster than any deer. It was the only thing it was moving like it was a cartoon. It was not. You can't. I couldn't fathom what I was seeing.
You hear that, guys? What an experience! Wow. Now you said it was a good 700 yards away from you at the time.
Well, no. When I seen it, it was 7 yards away. It was right behind me.
Oh crap!
But when I turned around,
it took off.
I believe it broke that limb on purpose to make me move. See what I was.
You think it was attracted to the smell on your orange coat from carrying that deer, sir. And that's what drew him in. And then he'd come up on you, but you would think he'd be nervous about you turning and shooting him. I'm glad you didn't pop a shot off. You didn't pop a shot off. Yeah, it might have been a whole different situation if you did. But
it was all smell, but he didn't. So this is what I gathered. At first, now it really scared me, but I didn't know what to think at first. I watched it through the scope, still trying to figure out what it was, because just wasn't on my radar. And I done went through everything we have. Or big predators wasn't a horse as big as a Shetland pony.
And the
But it
color.
wasn't.
Yeah.
But it
wow.
was the color was gray.
Right.
It was just a weird something I've never seen. I didn't think it was a man, but I didn't know what it was. But after it was all over, it lasted maybe 30 seconds. Everything.
Wow.
I mean, when it went across that field, it instantly went
Wow.
700 yards and up by those waterfalls. It never looked back. It never checked up. It went over the hill.
Amazing.
So
yeah.
I'm confused. I'm walking back, and I start thinking that there's nothing. So within 20 steps, I figured out what I'd seen.
Right.
And it didn't really scare me because it wasn't aggressive. It scared me later.
Right.
Because I didn't figure out, this is what I gathered. Because you kind of know these things. They got a human, they're part human. I mean, I'm just going to tell you about them. Some kind of a human, and maybe an ancient human.
Right.
People. There's no other way to say it because this is the way he acted.
Right.
I could almost tell you he was maybe he got kicked out of his clan or left his clan to find his own area or turf because I hunted that place 10 years, never seen anything like that.
Wow.
And
well, and you might, like you said, it's easy food. If they follow hunters around and they know that they're spread out enough that they can move in between people without being detected or seen. Somebody mentioned the smell. Did you ever smell any sort of an odor?
I never smelled anything, but the wind was never blowing from him to me. He always kept the wind.
Yeah.
And that was the thing. That's why I think he was around me this whole time. I think he sat there and watched me, clean that deer, which he creeped me out at first, but guys, I does a channel like this, MK Davis, if y'all watch this stuff, when I watch his videos and the East Texas tapes, not just the work he's done on the Patterson Gilman film, which is he got obsessed with it. But if you guys know MK Davis, if you want to see the real, do you know him, Steve?
I don't.
Oh wow, MK Davis he's the number one Sasquatch researcher in the world.
Well, I'm sure a lot of these folks here on the channel do, and Jeff does.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I'm newer to some of this than most of you, so I'm learning as I go, and I just created a platform for us, and so I'm learning as I go because I had some experiences when I was young. If you watched my early videos, and so I shared that, and I opened up Pandora's box really because and it expanded to this, and it's a wonderful ride, and I've met so many wonderful people like yourself, and we're growing, and I think we're going to continue to grow and learn, and just our family, our TAS family just is really growing and expanding, and I love it. So this is the stuff where I'm learning from. I actually don't watch.
You're open-minded, your channel's honest, it's non-judgmental. Mm-hmm. I'm Darren Denton got me in this group, Bigfoot Believers and Other Creatures on Facebook. Hey guys, it's a private group. We don't allow no bullying. You guys all can join. Everybody's, in there's a bunch of great people in there. MK Davis, Rocky Mountain Sasquatch, Boys Bigfoot. I mean, some of these people that you guys know are members. Bettina Moss is a member of Linda Eastern. And y'all mentioned Sybil from and everybody.
So, I will over time.
I'm not plugging the group. I'm not plugging the group.
Listen, I'm not like that.
Great.
This channel, I don't mind that. Yeah. Like other people are very don't like to plug other channels and stuff. I'm not greedy that way. I'm not insecure that way. I know who I am and who my people are. I welcome everybody here, and I try to keep it all the way you described this channel, and that's how it is. And that's why.
The more open you are, honest, man.
I will get to know.
Thank you guys for listening. I know I'm trying to hurry.
Hold on, but let me finish. Let me finish what I was saying to you, though. Yeah. I will, I'm sure, get to know those people here in time once I get to a point where I can really focus more on on the topic and meet these people. Like I was just talking, Jeff commented that he had just saw MK Davis at the Sasquatch Summerfest in Oak Ridge, Oregon. Here, here a couple weeks ago. I'm sure I will get to meet a lot of these people and talk to them. I haven't had much of any of them reach out to me, surprisingly, a couple, but I think over time we'll get to know each other.
It's coming. I don't think it's going to be too much time. You got something that every other host on these podcasts don't have, and that's it. That you are. It's the not knowing that, because nobody knows.
Right.
They're different. Everything has different. But guys, I want to tell you, way out of when that happened to me, I asked the game warden. And when I finally got out, he was out there checking license. I said, "Hey, do y'all have Sasquatch Bigfoot on these management areas?" He said, and he brushed me off and said, "No, you must have seen a feral dog." Well, that just tells you where the game wardens are on this subject. So if you're looking for help, you might have a few of them, but they usually just are probably told not to say anything.
And that's what I think. I think it's a matter of, because they don't want it to go too public. Nah, you didn't see that. Don't, yeah. Oh, I totally expect that.
If they seen what I seen, I promise there wouldn't be as many people on that hunt. Or then again, there might be
the wrong
a
people.
bunch there.
Yeah, the wrong ones would be on the hunt for the wrong reason.
I never went back. That ended my hunting days, because it just did. I was through anyway, but it was like a sign,
Yeah.
And now I'm just interested in the subject matter.
There you go.
And thank you for having me.
Well,
thank you for having me.
Well, thank you for coming on and taking the time to share that with us. I'm glad you managed to get through to us. And any of you guys want to send me any of that information on any of them, MK Davis or anything, just send that link to my email, and when I get a chance, I'll check it out. So, but
if you guys want to see a slow version, if you get off here, it's called "Surprised by Sasquatch and Bankhead Forest." I was on Bigfoot, obviously, with Kerry Arnold first, and I mean, I just, hey Steve, I love your channel, man. Love the Bigfoot family series, the hybrid series. It's great. You really got something going. I'm here to support you 100%, and I appreciate y'all very much.
Thank you so much. You have a wonderful evening.
Thank you.
We really appreciate it.
You too, brother. Thank you.
Take care.
Thank y'all all of you. Thank you.
What a great phone call, huh? What a great guy. Wow. What a phenomenal encounter story that was. Did we hang up here yet? Yeah. All right, we hung up. What a phenomenal encounter story. Wow. I mean, that's a classic encounter or wonderful encounter in such a beautiful area that he described that he was at, and so much of what he said makes so much sense. Like, and you can tell himself, he wasn't trying to create a fantasy for people. He was like, like some people pretending would say, I smelled the skunk smell and this and that and everything else. I mean, he described the Bigfoot, Klansman, Sasquatch, whatever you want to call, stayed downwind or upwind of them, downwind of them. So, that's intelligence right there. And he said he thought that it snapped that twig on purpose. I wonder, was it a way of saying hello? Here I am. Very interesting, but what a great story. Man, you guys, thanks Darren for sharing that with us. That was really, really a lot of fun to hear. That's that time, guys. I think we've had some great calls. We've had a great show. Don't forget, if you have a story you want to send it in to my email. It's up on the beginning and end of every episode, that I post, and it's on my homepage. And we'll be back here next Sunday. So, I look forward to having more conversations and sharing more stories next Sunday. Hopefully I'll get something shared during the week. And that's it for now. Thank you all for being here with me tonight. It was a long night, but I really appreciate you guys being here. You have a safe evening, have a safe week. This week, there's another heat wave kicking in. So, guys, try to stay cool. Be careful. Drink a lot of water out there. I just want you to be safe and stay in touch. I will see you again next week.